you a little information about mortgages, the mortgage industry, of what's happening out there, and forbearances. I've been getting lots of questions and agents calling and asking for suggestions and tips and things that I'm seeing and reading and our industry in general on mortgages and forbearances and what to tell their clients. Because which is great to hear is that our agents out there are getting calls from their past clients, their database, their sphere. Again, when things are going great in the world or bad, when we're getting those calls, if you're getting those calls, that's a good thing. That means well, at least to me, it shows that people are using you as their trusted real estate advisor. So as realtors, if we're those real estate advisor, we're their trusted person to help point them in the right direction. That's the key, pointing them in the right direction. You don't have to be the person that gives them all the exact information. You should read up on it, check on it, team up with a couple of good lenders and loan officers in your area to get up-to-date news. But the number one thing before I go any further is that this is moving and changing almost daily. So information that you hear or read today might change tomorrow. So today, what the information I'm going to give you today is what the information that's out there now. And things can change. But I wanted to give you some talking points, because this is happening to people right now. People, your past clients, your database, your sphere of influence is out of work, might be out of work. They might be laid off. They might be in need of financial help, and you could give them some guidance. Now, I'll put my little legal hat. I'm not an attorney, so I'm a real estate broker, but I'm going to give you my opinion and what you say to make sure you're not telling people you're guaranteeing whatever you say. You're just telling them you're going off information. So make sure you tell everybody this is your opinion and what you've read up, but you are not the loan officer. You're not the bank. You're not the servicer, but just want to give you a little bit of information, some things to think about so you could go research this. So forbearance, we'll start with that. If you've seen articles, if you've seen emails, if you've seen the news that for government-backed loans, which is FHA, VA loans, which is really about 2/3 of all of the first mortgages out there or more are government-backed loans. So in theory, at least 2/3 of your past clients, 2/3 of your people you know, your sphere, or anybody out there that has a mortgage probably can qualify for this, and they're allowing, or not allowing, but you have to go to your servicer, go to your lender, the person that's servicing your loan, and ask for information on forbearance and up to 12 months of forbearance. Now, what you want to tell people, of course, is if you're reaching out to them, to tell them that this is available. Now, don't always assume that people always watch the news and see that or think that they qualify for it, or don't even know if they still have a government-backed loan or not. But you could be the one that just at least opens up the possibility to have them research that. But to give you some terms and some things so you could know a little bit about the process is if you don't already know, is that there's servicers and there's lenders. So there's the servicer is the person that they're paying, that you pay. Those are the people that take your payment and pay the lender. So that they're talking about the servicer. So they have to contact them and find out what they're offering. Now, they don't get a choice in the matter, really. Basically, when they find out that what that servicer is requiring, there could be, when they ask for forbearance, it could be a couple months, could be up to 12 months, it could be, and then how they pay it back is all up to that servicer. Forbearance could be that you don't pay for a few months, whatever they're offering, or say you qualify for, or giving you, or what that person offers, but they might ask for one lump sum payment at the end of all of the mortgage payments that you've missed. They might work it into the loan somehow and pay it over time. They might put it up into a whole nother loan category, like a second mortgage or something attached to it, and have a different payment on that. We don't know that. We can't tell people that. So if people are asking you that, if you bring up, said, hey, you might want to, if you're really in a financial position, you might want to look into that. Call your servicer of who you're paying and see what they're offering, and you could give them ideas of what they might be offering. But another thing is, again, if you're their trusted advisor in real estate, or they're looking at you for your opinion and your thoughts, remember, my suggestion is don't tell people to do this unless they really have to do it. My opinion, again, is as people have to make payments, because they'd like to split it up. If all of a sudden it told you that, hey, you can miss mortgage payments for 12 months from now, they go, great, but guess what? 12 months from now, we're going to ask you to pay it all at one time. How many people could really do that? It would be great to help them out now, but what happens, we have mortgage payments over months, so we don't have to worry about paying it in one lump sum. Everybody, or most people, do that with their property taxes and insurance. We pay it per month, so we don't have to worry about it and budget and hold that money. So I don't want, what I would hate to see is that someone is not reading the fine print or asking the questions to their servicer, getting forbearance, and find out that they missed some payments, and which helped them out now, but now they have to worry about paying another payment. Now their monthly payment is raised because to pay back what they had. So they even though they've saved that money, now they have to pay more over time, and that hurts them financially. Again, in theory, saving money now, paying more later to pay it back. But again, when you're in the mindset of, well, my mortgage payment is $1,200 a month, but I miss a couple payments, now my mortgage payment is $1,500 a month, then that extra $300 a month, they just throws off their whole budget. So bottom line is, explain to your sphere, your people that you're reaching out to, just to let them know that this is available, but just tell them some ideas of things that could happen, and ask questions when they're talking to their servicer. Now, another thing that is moving right now, what we really no one could answer, is example, property taxes and homeowners insurance. Honestly, I don't have an answer for you. Is that when people, if they miss their mortgage payments, who's paying the property taxes that are still going to be due every 6 months? Who's making taking the money for their homeowners insurance every month to pay their homeowner insurance once a year or twice a year when that's due? So specifically tell your clients and the people that you're talking to that ask the servicer what happens to that. Again, we're not on that phone call. We don't know what they're going to be hearing or saying. It could be in the papers that they sign. This is what's going to happen. Who knows? They might ask, their servicer might ask them to pay it themselves. They might say they have a lump sum, and all of a sudden they're missing these payments, and all of a sudden 6 months from now, okay, pay your property tax now yourself, and you have to. So tell them, please, this is not something that you just sign at the bottom of the line, flip the page, or click accept. Read all the fine print, so you don't put yourself into a budget problem financially later on. Now, just imagine, I'm just going into the whole market in general. That's if over 2/3 of the people of the mortgages out there are government backed, and everybody did this could put a big strain on everything. So we really, again, my opinion is reaching out to the people that really need it, out of work, that really can and take advantage of it because they have to. Now, I don't want to see anybody take this video and tell everybody should do this because it's possible. That would take a really big hit in our industry in mortgages. The less money that's paid every month out there is less money those servicers have to to the lenders have to give out to other people that are out there. So yes, a lot of times we feel the government always has money, or we feel that, so a lot of people feel that way. So let's just take it if they're giving it. The lenders, if they're asking us to forgive 12 months of my payment, or forbearance, or let me miss and make it up later, I should take advantage of it no matter what. If everybody did that, that would really hurt everybody in general. So again, just tell people if they really needed a course, they should do that. So the bottom line to everything that I'm saying here is that you're just opening up the door to them to research things that might help them as their trusted advisor in real estate. They look to you as when they bought the house. They might have asked you for your opinion of what recommendations of lenders and mortgage companies and banks out there to research, to give them the best service and the best loans that they can get when they bought the property. And sometimes people outside of when they bought the property, they have just make their mortgage payments and never talk to their lender, their servicer, about options that they might have if they get into financial trouble. And of course, never give them the advice to just stop making their mortgage payments. That's not it. You have to call and make sure. And a lot of people, I've seen it in 28 years in real estate, a lot of people will continue to call you, ask you questions, because guess what? We're easy to get a hold of, and we're free when people call. So I know as agents, and a lot of you watching this probably like, wow, I get lots of calls all the time from people, because you always pick up the phone because you're always there for them and to give them advice, and you're an easy access for information. But the bottom line, you have to call the bank. You might, especially right now, long wait times for some servicers to get through to the right person. They might have paperwork to fill out, send in information. It might be a whole process. And sometimes people just don't have the patience for that. So they always revert back to you to ask questions to. But the bottom line comes down to the servicer, what their requirements are, what their options are that they're going to give you, what their payment plans or programs to pay you back. And you got to keep on saying that and answer the phone and remind them that you can't do this for them. You're just giving them the idea of things that could help them. So that's it for today. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of talking points, some things to say, and open the door to communication with your past business. Because stay in touch with them. Keep letting them know that you're there for them, and help find out information from them, or give them information that's happening on a day-to-day basis, because things are changing. Because things could change. You talk to someone today, next week it changes again, opens the door for you to contact them again and stay in front of them if they ever need your services to buy or sell their home, or have someone in their sphere looking to buy or sell too. That's it. Have a wonderful day. Please remember, use me as a resource. Feel free to call, text, email me, instant message me if you need anything. And tomorrow I will have another video working on that topic right before I got onto this, and I will post it on my Facebook very soon. Thank you. Have a great day. Stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.